Hey, what's going on, roller booters? Welcome back. Thanks for being here. If you are new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you do end up liking the content, and please give the video a thumbs up. Today we're talking about a new product that I just bought that I feel very fortunate. We'll get into that, but it's the Moonshine UHMW Razors Cult sole plates. And before I get ahead of myself, I want to thank Biz over at This Week in Blade. Check out the link to the video in the description. But in his latest episode, as of the recording of this video, he unveiled this product.
The Moonshine UHMW sole plates for the Razor Cults are available now.
The Moonshine UHMW Razors Cult sole plates, which I'm really excited about. And so shout out to him. Check out the link to the video down below. And so Moonshine UHMW is a California-based skate company that was founded by Derek Moon and Juan Martinez. And they sell wheels, they sell anti-rockers, clothing, and now sole plates. So they produced a limited supply, a limited batch of these Razors Cult sole plates, which I'm super excited about because I've been skating Colts. Before the Aeons, I had two pairs of Colts that I skated over like 2 or 3 years, and I absolutely loved them. And so I feel like the stars had to kind of align a little bit because it's 15 pairs that they're selling. I, was lucky enough to see, Biz's This Week in Blade and watch that. And literally I was flossing my teeth. And as soon as he mentioned that they're selling these, I literally stopped what I was doing and ran to my phone or ran to the computer and bought these. So also Moonshine UHMW has a YouTube channel I wanted to mention too. Go check them out. The link to their YouTube channel is below. Really cool vlogs. And it's cool to see Biz on there too. So it's clear that, they're all buds. So that's cool. So yeah, I feel like the stars kind of had to align a little bit because I was skating the 1011 shell Colts. And fortunately I downsized on my second pair of the Colt Copper 2s, which I had dyed yellow. And if you haven't seen that video, make sure to go check that out. Car in the corner. It was a little bit of a fiasco. So yeah, saw the video, saw This Week in Blade, have the 8-9 shell Colts. I love Colts. And again, the only thing that I ever had to gripe about with the Colts, really, one, I wish they had more shock absorption, which I guess I could fix if I used my own shock absorber. So, and then like two, the soles are fantastic and they're super fast, but they're a little bit on the small side compared to a lot of other skates. And the only time I ever really noticed that, honestly, skating normal obstacles was always fine. The only time I ever really was like, oh, okay, was like skating really fat objects like you can see here on screen, the under the bridge video there. So I'm really excited that I think these soles are a little bit bigger than the stock soles on the Colts. So I'm really excited about that. And so I'm really excited to bolt these up and go test them out. I will say as far as the customer experience standpoint, Moonshine was really great, super communicative. And so these soles, I don't know if this is going to be their standing price, but I think they were just about right at $125 for the soles. So there's that. And with that, let's go ahead and start breaking into them. I guess here's the box. Cool branding. They have on there their Razors Cult 8-9 sole plates. And all right, let's see what we got. Some pretty dope stickers, which I was gonna ask too. Juan or Derek, how did you guys choose the name Moonshine for the company? So these are really light. I wish I had like a fish scale or something, but these are the first thing I noticed when I grabbed these is, wow, they're light. So pretty cool. I really noticed this in the branding or in the photos was their, oh, that's pretty deep too. Like they have that kind of engraved logo there, which is surprisingly actually pretty deep. It's not, yeah, that's pretty legit. One thing I didn't mention earlier is the backslide plate on the stock Colts. At least Sam Brownlee and I agree the backslide plate here is pretty awesome, pretty good. At least that's our opinion. So we'll see how this backslide plate measures up. But yeah, super light, feels like a very quality product, honestly. Super light. And I think, oh yeah, so no hardware. So, and they say in the ad or in the on the description that you just utilize your stock OEM hardware. And so yeah, just the soles here and the stickers, and that's everything. So you can see pretty robust kind of mold here. really cool. Looks really nice. Just out of curiosity, I wanted to measure these soles versus the stock because they're clearly larger. I can already tell immediately. Both the positives and the negatives are significantly larger. So I'm gonna go ahead and measure really quick, and I'm gonna write it down because I'll probably forget. So I'm actually gonna measure it at its widest point, which just from eyeballing it, its widest point appears to be kind of the front here. So we'll just measure that. We're gonna call it right at 1 3/4 inches. Yeah, 1 3/4 inches for the positive. For the widest part of the negative, it appears to be pretty much right at 1.5 inches. And then as compared to stock Razors Cult soles, at least for the 8-9 shell. So at its widest point, which appears to be the same at the front there, it appears to be about 1.5 inches for the positive. So 1.5 inches at its widest point for the positive sole plate on the stock sole plates. And then at the widest point for the negatives, which are quite small, it's about just over 1 inch. At about 1 inch and just 1/8, 1 inch and 1/8, so just over 1 inch. And so just a quick side-by-side comparison, just so you can see. Not that this does a whole lot, but one thing to notice too, which is pretty cool, is you can see this flare out on the heel portion of the positive here, kind of like an extra extension platform, almost. Yeah, honestly, really nice looking product. Very light, which I'm really happy about. I was wondering if it was going to be a little bit on the heavy side, but it's definitely not. This is, I mean, you can see I just did a kickflip with it. Nice little recessed kind of wheel fenders, whatever you want to call them. It's a nice looking product. Absolutely. Really impressed. Nice and rigid. Not really getting much flex on these. Yeah. All right. Well, with that, let's go ahead and slap them on and see how they fit. All right, she's on there. So I'll say, super impressed. Although everything lines up really well, as far as all the kind of pre-drilled and countersunk holes that they have on here, everything lined right up. Honestly, no complaints in that department. Really good job from that kind of like QC sort of standpoint. Like it literally looks like they fit better than like the stock ones. Like the stock ones have yeah, like almost like glaring fitment. It's kind of hard to see maybe, but it's like it almost looks like, you know, they fit better than the Razors one themselves. So great job. Really, I think it honestly makes the skate look a little bit more modern, a little bit more kind of almost brought up to speed a little bit. Really excited to try them out. Really impressed with what they've done. Just the nice kind of attention to detail on a lot of the product here. It looks really nice. Yeah, really excited to test these out. I mean, overall, as far as the install and quality and fitment, really impressed. Great job, guys. But yeah, I mean, these soles appear to me about the size that you'd want. Honestly, looking at the soles here, I mean, that's a very appropriately sized sole. I think so for sure. So what do you think about this color scheme? Because I have my old black Colts, and I have some black Featherlight 3s, just like these, but black. And I also have a black buckle. So what do you think? Should I go all black or leave it as is? The old Bumblebee Colts. All right. So I mentioned the other day that I'm fighting a few injuries really. So I'm gonna go out and test these out, weather permitting, tomorrow, and see how they slide. But I'm not gonna get too buck wild because I don't want to get any more hurt before Blade Havosuit coming up, which I'm super pumped, which I am going to, along with Kirby, Jeremy, and Ronnie, which I'm super pumped about. So yeah, anyway, I don't want to do some crazy wild stuff tomorrow and get hurt. So it's going to be just pretty standard, you know, test out, but we'll get to that video. Stay tuned for that. Thanks for being here with me with the unboxing and install of the Moonshine UHMW Razors Cult shell size 8/9 sole plates here. And yeah, excited to test these out tomorrow, and we'll have a video for you as soon as I can. Thanks again for being here. If you did like the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. It helps get rollerblading out to more people here on YouTube. And with that, we'll see you next time. Which one of these videos looks more interesting to you? This one or this one? Click one to support the channel and to support rollerblading, and I'll see you there.